Hello all, we're going to talk about an arc that I was very late to read, and that is A Song to Drown Rivers by Liang. And I enjoyed this overall. It is a historical fantasy based on a Chinese myth, I believe, about like the four beauties. And we have Shizhi, who is one of the most beautiful people ever. And she lives in a small village where she is recruited to kind of go undercover as a concubine for an enemy king, and she is trained by a emissary of that king, but for her people, and she's basically hired by him and trained by him to get in good with the king, and so that they can have their plans for a coup. And I really enjoyed it. I thought her arc of learning a bit of self-sufficiency as well. She was already a pretty self-sufficient person, but I liked her journey throughout this. And the biggest struggle was, of course, that she developed feelings for the guy who trained her. And he excuses himself pretty early on because he's like, we can't, this is, no, this will ruin the whole plan. And she does a really good job convincing, the king that she's into him. He's a much more immature young man than she thought. He thought, we all thought going in he was going to be this bloodthirsty person. I'm so sorry for the squeakies. Every time I start filming, he just has to play. I thought it was well crafted in its story. It does have a very tragic ending that I was ill prepared for, so that did make me upset, but it was very fitting for what actually happens in it. So I enjoyed it overall. It's not like an amazing fantasy that I was so super into, but it was really well done, I think. I've read this author's a YA book by her before, and that was also fine, and I didn't like the ending of that one either, but in the opposite way, where I don't think that one needed the happy ending, and this one where it doesn't it mostly doesn't get that. It's accurate to what history and life is like, I will say. But, being a fantasy, you can always add a happy ending. It's fine. But I enjoyed this overall. That's what I have to say about it. Okay, I need to go and play with a dog. Bye.